All right, we know y'all seen it. Jay-Z Roots Picnic. He got the whacking everybody back. Everybody's playing games. He got the whacking everybody back, and then we're fresh off of a Drake album, so you got all the people that's his OVO stands. It wasn't good enough. It's this. He's too old, and he this. Everybody's like, no. Y'all the era of the kids that can't read or comprehend anything, so they didn't even understand certain things were even double and triple entendres. But he responded to everything. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what's funny? Because they was talking about there's no hype around it. The tickets were already sold out. What more do we got to keep talking about on the internet? And that's where we have a disconnection, with generations between millennials and Gen X and, Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Like, they're just why we have this type of disconnection. Because they think what's on the internet is more real than what's happening in actual real life, as we see. I know it probably hurts their feelings when they find out certain people aren't who they are, or they're just a character on TV, on the internet, as opposed to real life. And we see that a lot when they find that out, and their hearts are really broken because they build up these parasocial relationships with people through the internet, and then are all the way let down when they see them in real life and figure out, like, wow, you're not as tall, or you're not as rich, or you're not nice, or you're not, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the whole Jay-Z situation, is Jay-Z is one of the last real celebrities, real famous rappers that's real famous, that can go sell hard tickets. He's he comes from that era where you got to be popping in real life. That internet stuff don't matter. And Jay-Z has no, it's crazy because he has no online presence while having an online presence at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's not actively on social media. You've seen him use it probably a few times. He tweeted a few times, like 10 years ago type stuff. But once he's on the internet, he's on the internet. That's why they didn't do no live stream. You had to catch it how you catch it, like the old days. You had to, you know what I mean? It was like a digital word of mouth is how he plays the game. Kendrick plays that game. A lot of older people play that game. They don't play the internet game. So when you're on the internet talking about Jay-Z fell off, or he's not gonna mess with Drake, or he's just that and the third, and old and whatever, they're like, I don't care. He already made the billions already. It's over. Doesn't matter what you say to me on the internet. It's over. But we're gonna put it like this. I'm gonna break down the bars, since we have a literary crisis in the United States and people do not understand what they be hearing. So we're gonna break down these whole bars for sure, cause that's what got everybody all up in arms and everything, and everybody's losing their mind because they don't understand what he said. So let's talk about it.
100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked.
All right. So off rip, what he's talking about in this situation, he's talking about Tony Busby. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the ambulance chaser. That was his nickname that he gave him because they were chasing fake sexual assault cases and then basically extorting people because they already ruined their names. Like, that's what they do. They know that the court of a public opinion is stronger than the actual court of law at this point. So mere allegations and accusations will ruin your whole career and sideline your whole life. Even if they can make it look like you done did something and you did not do anything, it'll ruin everything. We saw that happen with Jonathan Majors, with his situation where even those mere accusations and the turnaround, he was the one that was getting beat up and he had to run and all of that, messed up and derailed his whole career, even with the video, because the allegations were stronger than the actual proof. And this happens many times over. And they were trying to play with Hov's name. And he was like, no, we're not going. And now that there's new records showing that, he's like, nah, I'm going to sue y'all for about almost 300, 400 million. Like, I'm going to get almost $500 million. I'm about to try to bankrupt you for real for playing with my name. And they tell my son, let's take it out of court. He's like, no. He's like, no, because you weren't going to spare me. You were going to do me dirty. You were going to try to end my career in hopes that I pay you some crazy amount of money to make this all disappear. And I held on and said, nah, my aura is stronger than that. I have real people that believe in me and know I'm not on that type of time. And now they got to hold it down. Let's keep going.
The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out there.
So, with that bar, I don't know why this keep up. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. My what's the name is tripping, boy. Yeah, so with that bar, basically he was talking about Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez and his dad, whatever, Rock Nation is going to crumble, all of this. We're going to see the end of, Jay-Z, whatever. He was like, dog, he was caught on them wiretaps. I mean, not wiretaps, he was caught on the jail phones and the other phone calls that were recorded, basically admitted talking dumb. That's how he got convicted. He did some dumb shit. Why y'all blaming me and blaming Rock Nation? They're like, yo, they caught him on the phone. Plain and simple. I'm a Tory Lanez fan. I love his music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was also a part of the crowd of like, I don't know, man. I don't think he did it. It was Kelsey. I was part of that crowd. But at the end of the day, understand that as a person that went to prison before, that's actually been rounded up in a fan case before and know what wiretaps and all that. Yeah, that boy was talking on that phone. That's what got him jammed. But the average person has never had to deal with the law, never had to sit in the courtroom outside of a ticket, and they be dead scared for that. They be wearing suits for a speeding ticket. So they don't understand how any of this works. They don't know how any of this works. They have no clue how any of this works. They think I'm just gonna go in court and I'm gonna just say I didn't do it and I'm gonna show them that no, that's not it. Because you can literally have proof that you didn't do nothing, and they can make a motion that say, we're gonna suppress that. Now you can't even show the proof that you're innocent. Like, man, I wish people just knew how the world worked, but the average person does not know how the world works, and they will argue down about this shit.
He's turning 100 up in rank. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery gang.
That was just about Dame Dash. Teeth falling out.
You had to cash cow and thunk it. Was you who punked his? I'm the one who strummed the pain. That hill you can die on. There's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers.
Those were bars, and all those was double entendres. But it was, everybody wants to know about the disses, so that's what we break it down to disses.
I'm all of you niggas, gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name.
So that was a bar for Drake. So that was also a double, triple entendre. It's gonna cost you a beat to say my name. Beyonce made the song "Say My Name, Say My Name." Talking about $1 billion to say my name because she is trademark and owns his likeness. So you say his name and you say it on attorney time, he can actually sue you for that, and he will play those court games because, like he said he got lawyers like shooters. He's not playing. And also, because Drake made the song, whatever, all that. And I'm gonna go to the next bar. We're gonna go to the next bar because it's gonna gather up what I'm about to say. This is whack. I don't know why I keep doing that. Every time I press the button, it keep doing that.
Need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers. I'm all of you niggas, gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches. I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. Number one, the king. My children is some of them. Have you niggas?
And Wonder Kid is just basically child prodigy. He said children are child prodigies.
There's no shame. Y'all trying to get under skin. I really get under skin as unharmed player.
Talking about, when he stabbed up Un Rivera, and that's how he get under skin. He's like, yo, y'all gonna stop playing with me because I'm still a grimy Brooklyn nigga.
Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink.
That bar went over a lot of people's heads, so that was a little shot to Kanye. So the thing about it, like, people be talking about Rockefeller, Rock Nation, and all that stuff. They all still got love for each other because they made billions together. As you see earlier, Rihanna was like, man, we're going to the Beyonce and Jay-Z party. She's like, I don't know why y'all think we got some type of beef. We're going to the party. Y'all be talking about, Meg Thee Stallion got beef with them and all this. And y'all be saying like, oh, she don't like Beyonce or Beyonce don't like her or Y'all be saying, like, everybody tried to jumble up this whole Rock Nation thing. They're like, bro, they all made bands together. They love each other. So that was a love tap to Kanye. And that was a love tap to Kanye due to the fact of he was just like, no matter how crazy y'all see this man act, he's going to, when we in person, he's not. He's not. He's on code. He's right on, he acts exactly how he's supposed to when he's in front of me. So he made it, they act sane and they shrink, shrink is your therapist, whatever. They're saying, yeah, man, I'm still big bro when I come into the room when it comes to people like Kanye. So don't let none of that stuff fool you. And that was just a nice little love tap. That's how you can tell, like, man, I ain't gonna go crazy on him. That's still my baby boy, regardless of the fact, he be tripping sometimes. But other than that, he ain't give Kanye too many bars. He didn't go crazy on him.
I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut ass nigga still stuttering.
That was to Oshino. that was to Oshino. He be wilding on every interview, stuttering all crazy. Call that man Stuttering Stanley.
A chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
And that was to Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright. You know what I'm saying? He said Questlove is the one who actually introduced me to Jaguar. And he was like, man, I don't even know why I'm still messing with Questlove, man. You the one who introduced me to her, man. She crazy as hell, man.
You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her king can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my...
That's a nasty bar. That's a nasty bar. And for the people that can't listen, I'm going to start cussing. For the people who do not listen nor have any type of comprehension skills, and it's crazy, they said, oh, Jay-Z's talking about Nicki Minaj kids. Why are you running with that narrative? Did y'all not listen? There are 30 HD full 4K videos of him saying this clear as possible. He said her kin. Ken. She's Barbie. Ken. Even I said it wrong because I said king, but Ken. Because I heard a different version. It sounded like she said her king. But I heard this version in Kent. So they said she on that stuff again. Everybody knows she be on the pills, powder and all that. She even made a song about the pills and potions and all that. And she's wilding. And if you heard the voicemails, it sound like voicemails. I swear to God, he would be official if he used them as interludes. Because that's the type of stuff that end up on an interlude on a mixtape. Is that like when female be leaving crazy voicemails? But when she was leaving those little voice chats or whatever those was, she sounded like she was obsessed with him. Hey Jigga man, but she sounded like she was obsessed with him. That's what it all sounds like. It sound like a dude that hit it once, showed her a good time, whatever. Don't talk to her no more, and now she's obsessed wilding. That's what it sounds like. And to go to the second part of it, that's what he said, her kid, he can't even take the kids to school. The reason why he can't take the kids to school, he's a sex offender. It's a sex offender. Can't even take the kids to the school. And he's like, that's enough of them. He's like, come on, dog. He's like, he said the fact that y'all even like trying to act like this is some type of competition, her supporters are just completely deranged. Yes, if you are Barb at this point, you just completely deranged because would you have a sex offender around your kids? If you're a fan, right? And you know this, think about your personal life. Would you have a sex offender around your children? Why would you even align yourself like that? Y'all always talking about, well, I'm going to separate the music from the person. Okay, love the music. But then when y'all get into these personals and all that stuff, yeah, you guys are supporting the sex offender sympathizer. You seen it with her brother Peoples and all of that. Like, dog, it's like there's a clear problem over there. We not even going to talk about her political views and all of that. That's neither here nor there. But the personal, that he was a sex offender before they got married, which I also think he forced to get married because he the big B, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If people know the politics or whatever, he do hold some weight when it comes to that. And that's why I come from the other color. And like, we kind of look at their politics in New York because I'm from New York or whatever. Like, I remember they had something called 31 days, 30 days, 30 nights or something like that, where they were just adding 3 people. One person had to add 3 people and they keep adding 3 people or something like that. And it was like, y'all not even checking the quality of the people that you're adding in there. That's why it was so easy infiltrated and they were able to be taken down by the feds. Like, Now that I'm older, I could talk a little bit about the politics when it comes to that. But it's like, look at the quality of people, because if we had somebody that was a sex offender, our joint, oh, he's out of there. You're done. You're done. Because it's about quality, not quantity, because that's all they were trying to do was build numbers. That's why it seemed like at a point in 05, 07, everybody was blood. Like, how you high ranking, and this is, nigga, this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a sex offender, your big homie? What? A sex offender, your big, but y'all don't understand the case, y'all don't, whatever. Nigga, I ain't trying to understand nothing, boy. Shouldn't have been in no position for all that. But he can't take the kids to school, can't be near the school zone. That's why they left. That's why he just like, come on, dog. She on drugs. This dude can't even take the kids to school. Ain't even nothing to even talk about. Yeah, they wildin'. So we gotta keep on going, y'all. I don't know why this keeps starting over.
Introducing me to Jaguar. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her king can't even take their kids. Enough of them. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them.
So even that, they passed that. He was like, dog, y'all keep talking about me beefing with rappers, dog. He was like, man, the government, the president is trying to take me out. What are y'all talking about? Y'all, like, what are you talking? This rap stuff is like, what? I'm just doing it for a celebration. 30 years. 20, 30 years of this. That's it. Y'all keep talking about me wanting rap beef, bro. I'm having beef with political powers.
Governed by God, you trying to break the government. I rain for 40 days, my neck get flooded again, wrist get flooded again.
So with that, he said it rained for 40 days. Neck get flooded again, wrist get flooded again, whatever. So what he's talking about in that situation is, in 40 days, there will be the New York Stadium shows. So he's probably going to come out. Sean Carter, iced out. Probably going to see the craziest chain we ever seen in our life. Craziest watch we ever seen in our life. 40, he said he ran for 40 days, 40 nights. Yeah, 40 days. That's when it is. 9 times out of 10, that's why he probably combed out his hair, combed out his locks, so he can cut it, and we going to see. He said he about to come out. New York, iced out. That's what he said. I'm telling y'all, but due to the fact that people can't understand bars, they be thinking it's some old crazy mystery in the history type shit.
My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. They got up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hove. I never looked up to them.
So he keep trying to tell you, man. All right, all right. He said this on What's Free. Billboard is your dumb. He's talking about Billboard, of how all of you guys keep praising Billboard. Those numbers. What those folks tell you what is cool and what is that. He like, that can be bought. Everybody knows the price is $250,000 now to get a number one. Everybody knows that to get a number one on the radio is $250,000. That is privy information that you can actually see. You can actually look it up of videos of multiple rappers telling you $250,000 is the price to go get a number one hit. Do you want to invest that money? 250 to $1 million actually. Do you want to pay that price to go get the money? Do you feel that strong enough that the record can do that to push you to get shows, and that's how you make the money back? Do you? So everybody's full aware of the whole Billboard of like how that's whatever. So Jay-Z done said multiple times throughout the years that this whole Billboard chart shit that y'all chasing is not it. It's not. It's false. It's false victories basically, and it's all about cultural influence. This is why when they were talking about Kendrick Lamar, we ain't heard of him and this, that, and the third. But yeah, he's not on the charts like this and he this, whatever. He's not on the internet. He's not playing internet games. But yet he was able to sell out stadiums in which the artist that plays the internet games, the blog games, and all of that Billboard games cannot do that. Cannot do hard ticket sales. They're like, it's like, you know who's a rapper that's like that? Key Glock. Key Glock can do hard ticket sales. Yes. Who listens to Key Glock? The people that sell out the venues when he perform. There's a difference between all that internet mumbo jumbo and real life influence and engagement. And to skip from that of him talking about, okay, you looking at the wrong chart, so boy, I'm up 10 billion. And the reason why he's talking money, well, Jay-Z always tried to fall back on money. Well, Drake talks about money. He stay calling niggas broke. There's just literally a montage on the internet of him calling niggas broke. Man, y'all staying over here at the DoubleTree. Y'all did that. Like, it's literally, we don't drive that. We drive this. We been had that 5 years ago. Y'all not on this. Like, that's the bulk of Drake's music outside of crying and love songs. Like, of him talking about money and how rich he is. Okay, so Jay-Z telling you, man, you ain't even make a B yet. I'm up 10. You still gotta look up to me. That's rapper bravado. For people who don't understand that. Well, Drake, you know, he can do one deal, make more money, and this, that, and the third, and whatever. Cool, he can. Whatever. If that's okay. It's rapper bravado. That's why a lot of people don't see this, because even when they look at this whole Drake and Jay-Z type of spat, it's just big bro, little bro stuff. So, but the people on the internet take it more serious than what it is. Like, no, man. It's rapper bravado. It's the sport of hip hop. This is what this is. This is sport of hip hop. So people be taking it, man. Oh man, oh. No, Jay-Z. They're gonna beef and it's gonna be the end of Jay-Z and it's gonna be the end of Drake. No, man. This is typical rapper bravado. Talking they junk. That's all they do. Yeah, you get your money up. That's just how they talk.
Got your publishing gangster, go talk tough to them.
Now that is a big line. He said, "Them crackers got your publishing. Go talk tough to them," because that's what Jay-Z. That's what Drake does. Drake, for some reason, this is why he got into it with Kendrick. Was the fact of him talking tough and want to be gangster. It's like, bro, you are just okay. There's something that we say in the streets, right? Where if you tell a lie long enough, you'll believe it, and that's what Drake lives. That's what's happening. You're telling a lie long enough that you start believing it. You'll end up getting into the streets. You can be cold coochie, straight up, just soft, all that stuff. But then you keep talking, I'm hard, I'm this, I'm that. Eventually, you're going to go get the gun. Eventually, you're going to start hanging around the gangsters. Eventually, you're going to start calling shots. And then now you got money. Now it's even more fuel because now you got yes men, and it's going to make you feel like you're a boss. And then you're going to start calling hits on people. And then you're going to start doing all different type of talking insane, knowing that you can't defend yourself. Somebody's always going to be tougher than you. So you eventually start believing your lie. And you start living in your lie. And that's what's happening with Drake. It's like, you know, in method acting, when characters, you know, when an actor get lost in the character and loses their mind type of thing. That's literally currently what's happening to Drake in real time. Of you start believing yourself. That is so niggas like that are very, very dangerous because you believe yourself. You believe yourself. But then you have a situation like with Kendrick Lamar, which exposed all of that. Like, boy, you don't even know what's going on. You made a whole song talking about who blood and who this and who that. Like, yeah, nigga, you're bugging. That's federal, brother. You're still showing that you still come from, as you would say, Jewish culture or white culture. And same thing, Rick Ross exposed them. They call them white man and all that because it is like. So when it comes to white people, when it comes to white people dealing with black culture, they think because they consumed it enough that they know what it is, and sometimes they give their unsolicited opinions on our culture and have no clue what it feels like to wake up black in America every single day. They have no clue what it feels like where you have to survive every day, not live every day. You have to make it to the next day, not worry about what tomorrow is because your day is already made. White people don't understand that. They don't whatsoever. They don't have to live that. And we'll change your environment, get out the hood. Then we got the hood and go to the suburbs. Who we got to worry about? White people doing things to us. What are you doing here? Let me call the police. You're in the wrong neighborhood. Police pull you over being over there. Now you got to try to survive your interaction with them. Even if you comply. Oh, you guys, all you do want to be victims and all that. Well, we have the record of literally okay, we literally have the record from slavery all the way up into police brutality. Now to mass shootings of Dylan Roofs shooting up churches. Dylan Roof did the church. He did the church. Or he did who did the tops in our hometown? That was our hometown. Kids shooting up tops. It's just to shoot random black people. Just because. We're not going into Mormon churches, Catholic churches, or going into Sprouts and tearing white people up. Nigga, we don't care about it that enough. We don't care about it enough for that. We just don't. Like, we just trying to go ahead, do our thing, live in peace, and mind our business. But what about the crime? Due to poverty. Let somebody take everything from you. What you gonna do? White people love robbing them a bank when they run out of money. Desperation calls for desperate measures. So what you think? Yes, crime is gonna be high when you don't know what you gonna eat the next day. Y'all don't live that life when you literally do not know if you're going to eat the next day. If you don't make a move, you not gonna eat. It's over. You ain't got no roof over your head, nothing. Well, go get an education. Go get a better job. Yeah, you see when it has literally been proven. They're turning down black applications, firing 300,000 black women from professional jobs. Make your own business. Well, okay, every time we make our own business, all of a sudden now randomly now it's sued. Now we're never being sued. Now we try to create our own ecosystem where we can look for each other and circulate our black dollar. Now the Black Doctor website is being sued. So every time we try to make our own ecosystem, do our own thing, who comes and tear it up? White people. We had our own towns, our own technology, own dentistry, own everything, own buses, trains, all of that. Who came and literally bombed it? Who came and literally flooded it? Who came and literally burned it down? There is literally historical doctrine. It's not even historical. This shit is on video now. Everything. We have our own business. All of a sudden now increase police presence. When we have our own business, you can have your own plaza. Next you know the police roaming around, making it hard for the customers to come in. That's a tactic. That's literally a business tactic to mess up somebody's business. Yes, increase police presence to deter customers from coming away. They're coming to there. Like, what? Yeah, like we don't see this. That's why people be mad at my clips and stuff. They be mad at my videos and be mad at my clips because of that. Because we can see. Because I can see and we just calling it out. Like, nah, you guys always want to be the victim. Stop doing stuff to us. We minding our business. Like I always say about the whole black on black crime thing. Why y'all mad at us about black on black crime? What is your hero savior complex making you mad at us? We have to save black people from themselves. What? That's hero and savior complex. That is white supremacy. God sent us over to help you guys and do this. No. We know the Bible is tampered with. We know we were given the Bible to make sure we're obedient to our masters. We know. We can read. Like, what? So when it comes to all of this, it's like, dog. Sorry I went off to a tangent about that, but Jesus. So when it comes to Drake talking tough, it's like, yo, you keep talking tough to us black folks when your own people are the ones that are oppressing you. And people are like, well, Drake is black too. The way he aligns himself, we don't know. We don't know the way he aligns himself. And then it's crazy because like I mess with people, you know, in his circle that do content and all of that. Like they, you know what I mean? But it's like, damn, dog. It's like, damn, you cool, you funny as hell. Then when you get to this side, it's like, dog, what are you talking about, bro? They sounding whitewashed as hell. Just to dick ride another nigga. Like, god damn. So, yeah, you talking tough. Keep talking tough, keep talking tough to Jay-Z for some reason. Keep talking tough to Kendrick Lamar. Keep talking tough just about niggas in general. Black folks in general. And you have Jewish, and then the Jewish niggas is the one that own your shit and not letting up. Listen to the next word.
Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go man.
And we're just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna leave it at that. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. And you know the thing about it? I know you seen that boy contract. The reason I know he's seen his contract because when he had to help Lil Wayne out and get him out of his taxes and they were trying to actually buy Young Money and help them get out of everything that it was in, they seen the paperwork. They know Wayne sold their shit off to them folks. They know. Nicki Minaj mad at them. No, you need to be mad. Wayne sold y'all. They sold y'all shit to them folks. They still got whatever, Baby still got whatever pieces that he owned of everything. That's why he said, well, shit, I got what I got. That's why he be saying Baby said it himself, Birdman said it himself. He said we waited about 10 years before we got paid off anything from Drake. All that stuff is sitting in escrow until they found out who owned what. Birdman said it himself. It's on video. Till we find out who owns what is going on. Man. So it's like, dang, you keep getting tough for the dumb people own your stuff. All that line of, yeah, he out of his contract. He just released 3 albums. He said, your contract say perpetuity, brother. Perpetuity means forever. And on to the next life. And on to the next life. Perpetuity is forever. For the people that's going to get mad, I'm going to break it down so it can be clipped. For anyone that is part of the whole OVO fan base, Perpetuity means forever. You can't get out of that. It don't matter if you drop 3 albums in one night. You're stuck forever working with them forever. It doesn't matter if you do a free Drake campaign. It doesn't matter if you try to bust a Kanye and say crazy stuff or whatever just so they can try to drop him and get rid of him. It doesn't matter. Your catalog is worth too much money for them to be like, nah, we gonna drop it. They don't care what you say. Act the fool. We already gonna make money. We're gonna make money off your classics. Throwback time, 2 to 4 on the radio. It could be all Drake if they feel like Drake. If Drake don't put nothing out no more, yeah, we're going Throwback Thursdays. And we're going to play all Drake. We're going to get that syndicated and keep making more money. When his fans catch nostalgia, man, this was Drake was the best. They're going to make money. They don't care if Drake does not make another song after this. He's stuck with them in perpetuity. And if he stopped working, he's in void of the contract. And like he said, it's going to cost you a B. He's telling you, going to sandbag you. I'm going to drain your account. I have enough money to drain your account. So people don't understand when rich people get into legal disputes, it's about who goes broke first is who wins and then settles out. So he like, I have enough money to go to court with whoever. Drake, if you want to play this game and we gonna do this, I got enough money to drain you. And your record label not gonna help you because they're making money off of you. They don't care. It does not benefit them to help you in any way, shape, or form of anything at this point. We can throw some stuff out there. We can do that. And we want to make more money off of you, whatever. But they're already going to keep them checks is coming forever. That's why the whole Prince catalog thing. That's why the whole Michael Jackson catalog thing was very real fights because that makes money forever. Y'all be easy. Catch you on the next one. For everything what I seen, Roots Picnic was fire.